Oh, hey, good evening. I hope y'all's day is has been being productive so far. I'm just now about to go to a business, one of my clients, a job that I have for I'm just weeding a garden or whatever. So, yeah, I have about like 15 minutes, so I decided to sit down and record a vlog. So this is like kind of like part of my background, part of my background story or whatever. And yeah, I just wanted to include a little bit about myself. So this is No Labels, where we talk about any and everything. And I wanted to share with you all like why I chose to like use this platform to motivate, inspire, and give advice. So it comes really from the life I've led, and it's had a lot of hardship, not even just what I'm about to share with y'all, but I just share a little bit over a period of time to not be overwhelming. But for over a decade, I was in a very difficult relationship. It was one that brought me through years of pain and challenge, I would say. Eventually, that relationship was definitely a domestic type of situation. It ended with the father of my son that's now serving a life sentence for the same thing with a different woman. But he was only with her for a couple of years. It was even covered on the first 48 here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So, anyways, yeah, and I plan on sharing the clip of that, uh, just to just to show that yeah, that was my real life. Like I actually did experience that. But anyways, living through that time, I felt like I was in a prison of my own, even though I wasn't behind bars. It was a mental, emotional, and spiritual prison. When instead of letting it break me, I started to shift my focus. Um, and I stopped feeding into the arguments, and I started putting all of my energy into my goals and my gifts and talents and abilities. I started working on my music along with regular work, and I grew a beautiful garden. Um, and the spot that I owned at the time, um, I had to leave that eventually. You know what I'm saying? Because there was too much drama there. I had to start over, but I started building a business eventually. I focused on the future and that I wanted instead of the pain that I was living in currently. And even though I was like still in the middle of those struggles, I chose to grow, to learn discipline, and to strengthen my spirit. So today, I'm actually out of debt. I'm in the best mental and spiritual place that I've ever been in my entire life. The happiest that I've ever been, which I know that there's nothing to do but go up from that. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing to do but elevate beyond that, because there was like those definitely were you know suffering breeds character type stuff. That's biblical. But yeah, I've never been in this place in my life before, never been happier. I've built something for myself, and I continually, continue to elevate, like periodically, like just naturally, and it feels really good. But I share this because if I could make it through that storm, then I know that you all can make it through any, like whatever battles are handed to you, whatever battles you're facing also. So that's why I share this stuff on my page, because I come from a place where I could have been anywhere. I could have been like in prison, or I could have been like, like really addicted to drugs or something like that, or just living a lifestyle that wasn't conducive to joy. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I created No Labels, because I know what it feels like to be trapped and to feel hopeless. And I also know the power of resilience, discipline, and faith. My purpose now is to help others find their strength and move toward their own breakthrough. And this is the Bible verse that I have for today, Isaiah 61:3. To bestow on them a crown of beauty instead of ashes, the oil of joy instead of mourning, and a garment of praise instead of a spirit of despair. They will be called oaks of righteousness, a planting of the Lord for the display of his splendor. And that's Isaiah 61:3. So y'all be encouraged, okay? Stay creative, which means think outside your box. Stay cooking, which means stay building, and stay blessed. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful rest of y'all's evening. Oh yeah, and you can check out the first 48 clip down below in the comment section. And yeah, I hope y'all have a wonderful evening.